Hello, second graders. Happy Tuesday. This is Miss Land jumping on to go over your lesson. I will tell you that the track D kids are going to start coming in a few minutes. So if you hear a little noise in the background, don't be alarmed. They are coming in, so I may have to say something to them as the video goes on. But I do want to go over what you're working on today very quickly so that you will be able to do what you need to. First and foremost, you have letter land. Make sure for your letter land for today, you remember that we've got 12 brand new words. Of those 12 brand new words, each of them has a prefix that is at the beginning. Dis, pre, re, and on. Each of your 12 words will be tested on Friday. So make sure on Friday you are ready to test each of those words. Let's talk about what they were. I am recording, so I need you to come in, eat breakfast, start your morning work, and not talk. Is something wrong with me? All right, that's the first part of our story for our spelling this week. Can you retell the story using those exact words? All right, for lesson 5, you have your say it and read it phrases. Make sure you practice each of those and are ready for Friday's test. This Friday, I will be doing the first row for phrases and, of course, all of the instant words. Remember to go ahead and start reading your story so that you're prepared for Friday's assessment. Make sure that you are not skipping over words when you are reading, because I do count off for those when I grade, when I listen. Your questions at the bottom will, of course, will be on Friday. Today's ladder in fluency is the first page of your packet. Please make sure that you check very carefully that you are not adding letters. If there are 4 blanks, there should be 4 letters. If there are 3 blanks, there should be 3 letters. You're starting with the word sit, and you are going to end at the top with a new word, and it's going to be the opposite of sit. So think about what the opposite of sit would be and build yourself up to that word as you go. This week, we are talking about noise levels, and we go from silent to something being roaring. And we know when we talk about people, we talk about it just being noisy. You have 5 sentences for today. You will read each of the 5 sentences and choose the correct vocabulary word that goes inside of that sentence. The words can only be used one time and need to make sense in the sentence. Read the sentence to yourself after you choose a word to make sure that it's the correct choice. We are in Unit 5, Week 1 this week. Our essential question says, what do good citizens do? And it is a realistic fiction story, which means it's a story that's made up, but it actually could happen. But yes, these characters are just characters that someone came up with in their head. We worked this week on being able to summarize, which is to retell a story using your own words. But the key to that is to make sure that you tell the story in order. And of course, our story this week has a theme, which is the main message that the author wants you to understand or know based on the story. And there was definitely a theme in your story for this week. We have 8 brand new vocabulary words this week: champion, determine, issues, responsibility, promises and rights, volunteered, and votes. We are going to use 2 of our words to make our sentences for today. We are going to use the word champion. A champion, of course, is the person who wins. You are the champion. And we're going to use the word promises. Promises. When you tell someone that you're going to definitely do something, you make them a promise. So those will be your 2 vocabulary words for today. So the first one is champion. Remember, for the word champion, you will write a sentence, including the word champion inside of your sentence. You will then also make sure that you draw a picture to match. Your second word is promises. Make sure that you include your word inside of your second grade sentence and that you include a picture to match. Your story this week is called A Difficult Decision. And we met 2 little boys yesterday. And we met Paul and Wyatt. They were in the park having a great time until something, so strange happened. They found the Game Master 2000, but it wasn't Vegas. And they had to make a difficult decision as to what to do with it. So make sure that you reread your story inside of your small reading book and that you answer the questions using text evidence that comes on the next page of your packet. Make sure that you complete them and answer them to the best of your ability. It does not have to be complete sentences, but it needs to be a complete thought. We're still focusing on pronouns this week. Remember, pronouns are nouns in disguise. They are the words that we can use to replace a noun in a sentence: I, her, we, it, they, them, him, me, he, she, us, you. Each of those are pronouns that we can use in any sentence as long as it fits what we're talking about. Remember, words like they and we and us are more than one person. I, of course, is just yourself. Her and she are girls, and he and him are boys. Irregular plurals. Remember, irregular plurals are the words that when we have more than one, the word changes. And we have a very quick video of it. Just a few quick. All right. So a great reminder of our use of irregular plurals. So inside of your package, you have a page that looks like this. It talks about those irregular plurals. There is the plural and there's also the irregular plural for each of the words: child, children, mouse, mice, feet, foot, tooth, teeth, people, person, woman, women. They are both words. Now, your job is to look at all 12 sentences. You are to find the word that fits inside of that sentence best and use it in that sentence. There are 12 words in 12 sentences. So we are not reusing words. We're only using them one time. Once the word has been used, it has been used. We cannot use it again. All right, math today is working with module 4, lesson 29. We're almost finished with module 4. So we're coming to the very close end. So what we're looking at is inside of your packet, which should look like this. Make sure your packet page matches mine. And we're going to listen to Ms. Walker as she goes over module 20, lesson 29 for module 4. All right, my friends, so let's try that strategy. Making sure you understand what's expected of you as you start your work. Now, first and foremost, if you look at the very first page, it's asking you to show this equation just as Ms. Walker did in each of the different ways. So we want you to show them in groups, we want you to show the totals below, the place value chart, and it into number bonds. Seems like a lot, but it's not really. You're totally capable of doing all four. Go back to your video if you have questions on how to complete one of your sections. The next page deals with the total below strategy, where you'll use A, which is model for you, to add your ones first and then your tens. But remember that the answers go below and that your total sum goes inside of the box. Same for the next page, and the next. Now, the last thing for today, of course, is your Amelia Earhart. She is our person of the day. Yesterday, you had a page that looked just like this. You went over it, chose some things, and completed your fact sheet on her. Today, inside of your package, you have a word search that deals with Amelia, and you also have some questions that need to be answered. Go back to your page from yesterday if you need it. Visit the video if you need it, but tell me, be sure that you can answer. When was she born? Where was she born? What is she famous for? And list things you've learned about her. There is an epic book that is assigned to you, and the epic book will answer each of those questions if you take time to read it. So make sure you check out. On the next page, it says Amelia's dream was to fly planes. Draw a picture and write about your dream. Tell me what you want to do when you grow up and write about it at the bottom. These facts and opinions. Remember, a fact is something that we can prove. An opinion is something about how we feel. Might not necessarily be a fact, it's just something that we think. It's our opinion, it's how we feel. I may love chocolate ice cream, but you may love strawberry. That's your opinion. We all get to have one. So you read the fact about Amelia and you decide if it is a fact or an opinion, and you circle that word inside of the box. Questions. If you have questions as you're working through your packet, remember Ms. Bland has office hours from 2:45 to 3:45 this afternoon. Be sure to jump on to Zoom and let me know what you need, and I'll be here to help. Remember, you're welcome to send Dojo messages, text messages, and emails. I will check them to the greatest of my ability time. So make sure your packet pages for today are complete. Make sure you complete all your Seesaw activities for today. Make sure you check to do your daily special of the day. And remember that your story for Amelia Earhart is in Epic. If you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, that will be your Tuesday. So be sure to let me know if there's anything else that you need. Otherwise, have a great Tuesday. Finish all of your work. It's the last day of the 9 weeks. Make it count. Have a great one.